Hello and welcome to Best of the Worst, a celebration of the very best of the very bad. We'll be looking at everything from the worst public protests to the worst behaviour by a bull, not to mention this, the worst place to play a game of fetch. So let's welcome our guest this week on David Mitchell's team, TV presenter Fern Cotton. And with Johnny Vaughan tonight, actress and comedian Mel Giedroyc. Round one is Pick the Worst, in which both teams try to pick the worst from a number of options. Once they've made their choices, the audience votes, and the team that the audience agrees with gets the points. Tonight we're picking the worst day, and our contenders are Valentine's Day, April Fool's Day, Christmas Day, and the 23rd of January.
I mean, traditionally, we should go for Christmas Day, really, because that's supposed to be...
I love Christmas Day,
well,
come on!
I quite like Christmas, but I think there's certainly that Christmas Day is a time of great national misery when people are brought face-to-face with people they are supposed to love. And I think that's it. You realise, when you look at someone with sort of boozy, turkey-filled hatred, and you realise that you're supposed to love them...
Actually, it's worse for me because I'm vegetarian and have to eat nut roast.
No, do you know what, Fern? It's worse whoever cooks it for you.
Yeah.
Because they've got to do that one little dish on the side. It's just another thing on the timetable, isn't it? I'll do the turkey. Oh, I forgot Fern's nut roast.
Yeah. Can I just say something about Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Our family give rubbish presents. Oh. I remember, this is absolutely true. My cousin and her boyfriend were around one Christmas. Mum had forgotten the boyfriend's present, whipped out into the kitchen, wrapped up a box of matches.
Christmas trees are frowned upon by some due to their pagan origins, with one religious expert claiming the Christmas tree has become the most controversial part of Christmas. Well, that and my Aunt Edna's views on immigration.
Do you know what? The 23rd of January is a real low day. It's been proved by psychologists. This is the most depressing day of the year.
That's right. The formula the scientists evolved. It's like this. There you are.
That's about right, actually.
Yep. You know what it stands for?
Well, the TQ is tequila, I think.
It's an eighth of weather, plus 3/8 of your debt, minus money due on payday, multiplied by the time since Christmas, times motivational levels, multiplied by the need to take action to do something about it. The most depressing day for the scientists was, in fact, January the 24th, when their bosses sacked them for arsing about.
We've got to consider April Fool's Day, I think, for a moment, because it's a time for people who are essentially humourless to have a bit of a joke, you know.
I've got bad memories of April Fool's Day. This is absolutely true. I was about 7, and we were all downstairs. There was a sort of thump, a thud from upstairs. We ran up. Dad, on the bathroom floor, he pretended that he'd had a heart attack. My mum was going berserk and going, Michael! That's his name, Michael! You know, trying to... But that's awful, isn't it?
It's terrible. More awful if it wasn't his name. Dad's dying and Mum's calling him Michael. What's going on with us? I would pick Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is... I tell you why. For a start... It's the pressure on the whole day to have a romantic time. You go out, it's just other couples trying to have a romantic time. And you get those couples who... it won't be in the show, but I would describe it as because they sit there in restaurants. Everyone's there having Valentine's Day. You're all in these horrid little two just looking opposite each other like a prison visit. And suddenly you get this huge sense that you've never really met this person you've been living with for 10 years. Like, yeah, it's a real laugh. Yeah. You get those bastard couples over the other side, and all they do all night just going... Look what she's wearing.
Have you ever posted yourself a card to look popular?
That's just you.
I'm sufficiently lonely that there's no one for me to look popular in front of.
Valentine's Day, I think it's as well as that, you've got to hire a babysitter because you're going out, the babysitter's going to be a woman, you now know she's going to invite her boyfriend back. In fact, they're the only people that enjoy Valentine's Day are the babysitters, who are then shagging in your house. The team...
Valentine's Day, they put flags up everywhere. You know, they've got flags for, like, 2 months beforehand saying, "Oh, do come here on Valentine's Day because, you know, guess what? We're tripling our prices."
Yeah.
And it's become a thing where it's got this phrase, "What are you doing for?" in front of it.
Yes,
and more days have got this. St Patrick's Day. What are you doing for St Patrick's Day? I'm not doing anything for fucking St Patrick's Day. You know, I don't give a shit about St Patrick's Day. It's the historical evidence for the existence of this man is dodgy anyway. Apparently he threw all the snakes out of Ireland. Now, I think that's... When somebody says that about a guy, that's the point when you start disbelieving in his existence. What are you doing for 18th Tuesday in the year? Nothing. Oh, you're not doing anything? Oh, right, because people tend to, you know, go out and dress as reindeers and spend a lot of money in restaurants. And you're not bothering. They haven't really got a life. I'll do something for Christmas Day, OK, that's fine. But we can't have one of these what are you doing for days every week. What are you doing for St Philbin's Day? Yeah. What, you're not going to bugger a nun? Yeah. We're all doing it. After St Philbin...
There are a number of other days celebrated in this country. Irishmen get drunk on St Patrick's Day, Englishmen get drunk on St George's Day, and Scotsmen get drunk on any day ending in Y.
That'll play well north of the border.
Well, you say that, but there is an underlying statistical truth about the drinking problem in Scotland. They can say it's a generalisation. It is a generalisation, but it's based on fact.
Do you know what? Also, it makes you wonder, at what stage of alcoholism do you develop a Scottish accent?
Another day we might have included is Mother's Day.
I don't think Mother's Day is shit, but I think that one looks shit. Look at that!
That is merely a child who's been taught posture from a very early age.
And it looks like from an era where this was probably the one time of the year he met his mother. Your mother will see you in the parlour.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day, Mother.
I've been...
Out! Take him, Nanny, take him, Nanny. Oh, this mothering is... Oh!
I planted this, Mother, on the day of our last meeting.
So, which is the worst? Teams, which one gets your vote?
We're
David
going Valentine's Day all the way, and I really know the audience here will back us up on this. Valentine's Day, the pressure...
David and Fern, what are you going to go for?
Well, I feel like a heel now, but we do get to pick first. Oh. So,
we'll go for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You're going to go Valentine's Day. Yeah. Valentine's Day it is.
Can we not now pick that?
Yeah, well, you know you can't.
We were definitely go for Valentine's Day, but you can see, you know what's happened. You know the scandal that's unfolded there tonight. There's a protest against that. The most depressing day of the year, 23rd of January. Nothing's really happening there. And all you've got to look forward to is Valentine's Day.
Don't just vote for him out of sympathy because of all this bollocks.
No, I'm just thinking, Will, I think you look like a really nice, balanced bunch of really... do you know what? I actually use the expression good people, the heart and soul.
Can I have a moment of shameless pleading as well now? Please vote for me because he always wins.
OK, so to score your points, the audience...
stunned me with that.
To score your points, the audience needs to agree with you. Let's see what they say. Audience, vote now.
Do the right thing.
Well, I can tell you that the worst day is Valentine's Day. Now it's time for our best of the worst bottom five. This week, a rundown of the very worst public protests, from crazy outfits to wacky stunts. To win their points, all our teams have to do each time is say what the following protests are about. At number 5, what are these men protesting about?
They presumably are Fathers for Justice.
Yes, they are indeed. Fathers for Justice demanding more access to their children.
Spidey needs to put some little Spidey pants on, doesn't he?
The second to the left needs to blooming stop dressing to the left.
Oh, yeah. That's terrible. That's all gone wow. Cup it and move it.
You'd be really annoyed if you went on that demo and he did roll up. He's better hung than the rest of them all. Really annoying for everyone else in the suits. Look, he's like a donkey at the end. We're going to be in the papers and I'm going to look like I've got an acorn down there. Well, mind you, I mean, presumably you want, yeah. Someone left him. So it just shows you size doesn't necessarily matter.
Number 4, what is this Canadian man protesting about?
What, is that a sausage? Is that what that's meant to be? Or a shit?
It's a little bit purpley, so if it's a shit, it's probably not the shit of a healthy person.
I think is it surfers against sewage?
He calls himself Mr. Floaty, and he is your... Have you actually hit it on the head? He is protesting against the raw sewage that Canada pumps into the Pacific Ocean.
Those gloves wouldn't stay white like that for, you know, then
exactly.
you have to...
You very rarely see a piece of shit with white gloves. Except at the snooker.
At number 3, what's this protest against?
He's the Grand Cyclops of the clan. And I think he lives in... Barking.
I think we have to give you that. It's the Ku Klux Klan marching in Washington, protesting against the vicious and unjust oppression of white supremacists.
He could easily be like a local news anchor. And after those views of hate, here's Ken with the weather.
I'm sure that policeman's actually on duty and not on the march. At number 2 on the worst protest list, what's this man protesting about?
Is it the price of Perspex shields?
To me, that
Yes.
guy looks as if he's on the side of the police. Is he actually the chief of riot police?
Never mind the shields and the helmets, lads. This is how we're going to drop it tonight. This is how we'll do it.
I won't send my men anywhere I'm not prepared to go naked first.
He's at the G8 summit protesting against global capitalism.
Assuming he is the protester, I think the police have overreacted.
And at number 1, what's this protester demonstrating against?
Is it Brian May?
Is it Brian May and Anita Dobson's child?
Combined.
The fact they do have a poodle like that as well. They must have 3 of them sit there thinking, this is great. We've got a really curly sitch here. And let's all go and have a bath and just in a hotel and just leave that plug hole just shagged forever.
He's wearing a shell suit and seems to have a pancake on its head.
Yeah, is it that dogs aren't just for Pancake Day?
It's protesting against electoral fraud in the Ukrainian presidential election. Prior to the election, it was claimed that the president had been poisoned. Here he is before and after. And this is the poodle before the Russian Secret Service slipped poison into its food. And here it is now.
It's just a great way of really testing how much someone really likes dogs. If you say, I love dogs, you go, great, I'll bring mine round. It's actually doing that thing where you got lick their faces like that. Ooh, like that.
Look him in the milk-white eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always say owners look like their dogs. When you see him actually with Janet Street Porter. So let's take a look at the scores, and the worst team at the moment are Johnny and Mel, but still plenty to play for in part 2, so we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Best of the Worst, and it's time to ask which ends the worst. 2 video clips, just 1 question. Which is going to end in the worst way? Here's the first. It's a clip from Russia.
Are those wires going overhead?
Yes.
I just wondered, we've got to at least entertain for a moment the possibility that a cable car is going to turn up and slew through them.
Key date as well, though. Look, they've trawled all the way back to 97.
The global crash... that's when Wall Street went, wasn't it, 97?
You think Wall Street's going to go on them in some way? But one of them's just going to suddenly go, my shares! Take his eye off the sword for that crucial instant. And they're saying, don't think about the shares now, Vlad. Fight!
It was 87, it wasn't 97,
Maybe,
sorry.
Maybe that's his, like, you know, the guy who advised him on investment.
10 years it's been, and I still haven't built up my portfolio, brother.
What does karate mean, literally, in Japanese?
Karate.
It means quite literally empty hands.
Empty hands.
Unlike karaoke, which means empty room. Incidentally, Mohammad Karamanowicz of Germany is the holder of what Kariati-related... Kariati?
That's brilliant. Well, anyone can just get up and hit someone. We're having a karaoke night. You just get up, pick someone you want. Who you want to pick up? You up here. Way! There we go. Karaoke.
You have to fill in a little form saying, I'm going to do punch in the face. I'm going to do kick in the balls.
Mohammad Karamanowicz of Germany is the holder of what karate-related record?
Probably bricks going through tiles.
With one hand, he chopped 69 coconuts in 1 minute and then celebrated with a pina colada. Well, let's have a look at the second clip from Spain.
Have we got Blazing Squad on this stage thing here? Is that what the bullish... He's not a fan.
It looks like the start of a karaoke night. So Shawadi-Waddies, under the moon of love, they'll kick the shit out of each other.
Can we have another look?
Have another look, have another look.
Oh, it's...
He's had his horns shaved down, and that annoys bulls, and it also means they can't judge things quite so well. What's that when you trim a cat's whiskers? They can't judge things.
Do you think that the bull is about to make a major misjudgment? I'd say, unless it's some sort of, you know, mufti day for charity, they are not professional bullfighters.
What was the event here? Was this like Spanish Children in Need? It's Children in Need Spanish style.
That's Kerry Wogan's
Nine
Spanish...
lads all pissed out their heads on sand together, going to go to bull. And there's Spain's most popular weatherman, dressed as a policeman, and he's going to join in the carnage. And he's going to
Here he is,
slaughter it
covered in blood.
Right, now it's decision time. It's which ends the worst, so which of these two clips is going to end the worst?
It's got to be the bull.
No, you've got two Russians, one of whom's got a sword on a garage top. They've gone all the way back to 97 for this little baby. Some researchers looked all the way back. He's gone in there under Russians' total disaster. Let's go with the Russians. We'll just go with the Russians. You'll go with the Russians. That's that sort.
David and Fern.
You've just got to go with the percentages. Bull, maddened bull.
I want him to get those bangers on that stage.
Amateur bullfighters.
Yeah.
So Johnny's going to go with the Russians, David's going to go with the bull.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's take a look, starting with this one.
Fingers crossed, Mel.
OK, here we go.
Come on.
OK, watch the little red circle there.
He didn't cut his foot off, did he?
He chopped his foot off.
Chopped his little...
He chopped his toe off.
This little piggy went to hospital.
He cut his toes off. He's gone to pick it up. He's picked it up. Oh, my God, he picked up his toe.
No one's paying a blind bit of notice. Look,
No, they don't care. They've seen it all the time.
Another day, another toe.
Yeah. Also, the guy went to pick it up. Do you think he just went, here you go, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Dave, toe, you forgot your toe. Here you go, mate. Here you go.
They're jumping up and down
Here you go,
for
mate.
joy. Those...
Cheers, Nige. Nice one, Nige. I'll see you down the free crowds. Lovely. See you later.
So did something worse happen with the bull? Let's have a look.
I must have done.
It's thinking. Don't make a misjudgment.
That's not bad. I'd still rather lose. You'd rather that than lose your toe.
No, but look.
No, he's still got his toes. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's all right.
Genius. Brilliant. That is very strong.
Intact.
He's got my pants on his horns.
The fact is, though, he walked
Brilliant.
away from it. That's Children in Need. That's what happens in Children in Need.
I'm guessing they're not his lucky pants.
That's...
It's not anymore, they're not.
Oh, that was all right.
That's not all right.
It's not all right.
Deeply humiliating.
No, losing a toe, you measure the worstness of something by how you leave the situation. Yeah, he shows a bit of buttock, yeah, but he's not limping to an ambulance in his judo kit, is he?
Can you imagine, every day, at some point, probably several times a day, that guy is going to go, oh no, a bull took my pants off. And I ran around the, oh, never mind, get on with my life. Oh no, I was the guy the bull took my pants off in front of everyone. Oh no, try and get on with things, try and build relationships.
Yeah.
No, I can't, because the bull took my pants off. Everyone was watching.
You know what? I bet he got a career off the back of it. He's TV's buttock bull man. Would you please welcome Manuel Manet, the arseless guy? And he comes and he's like,
comes on,
I'm laughing
crying.
I earned millions. They look at the footage and you go, but I've earned millions since. I've written a book, it's fine. At least I didn't lose my fucking toe in Russia.
Which did end the worst. It was a close-run thing, as both men completely lost their dignity, but ultimately losing a toe is worse than losing your
In
life.
your face, Mitchell.
So, at the end of that round, the points go to Johnny and Mel.
Hey. Stuck to guns.
Yeah, we stuck to a gun. We argued the toss on it then.
All to play for now in our final quickfire buzzer round as we turn to our wall of worst. So, fingers on buzzers, and
OK,
we start
on buzzers,
with
Mark.
worst idea. What's on show here?
Cockroach jewellery.
It is cockroach jewellery, it's exactly right. What's specific about the cockroach, though? Because
It's still alive,
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly right, that's right. It's a live, giant Madagascar hissing cockroach decorated with jewels.
It's where jewellery and having a pet meets.
What do you think is the main problem of the roach brooch?
I think it hisses. Because large cockroaches hiss.
What do you think the biggest problem of living jewellery would be?
I think the
It
hissing.
dies.
The hissing. Yes, exactly. It
Nothing
does.
dies on you.
Large cockroaches, well, not bullshitting, large cockroaches hiss, and that would be the main problem, not the death, because by the time it dies, you're so sick of the hissing.
Fingers back on buzzers. Worst dictator. What has the leader of Turkmenistan, Saparmurat Niyazov, done to the national calendar?
Has he changed a month to name it after himself?
Exactly right. He has. Yes,
Yeah.
he has.
Do you think his stylist said, of course we want to get away from that whole, Russian leader look. So, we were thinking a slightly lighter form of fur hat.
What else has President Niyazov named after himself?
Is it the capital city? He's renamed it after
He's
himself.
renamed a town, an airport, several schools, and a meteorite.
Whoa.
That's the well-known meteorite egotistical Git 4. Worst record. What record's being set here?
The biggest ever snog out, that is.
Set the poor girl.
Yeah,
with
look at her, poor chick.
So
most,
bless her.
most elaborate attempt ever to make that woman feel unhappy.
It's a kissathon. This is the record of the most couples kissing simultaneously. The kissathon was swiftly followed by a shagathon, and then the sorry I lost your number-a-thon. Worst toothache. American builder Patrick Lawler went to the dentist with toothache. What was his problem?
It was something horrendous that had been in his mouth for a great amount of time, and he wasn't aware of this, but it was only when the dentist went in there, he was like, Christ alive, you got an arrow in there, or something like that, or a crossbow bolt, or something awful like that.
I've got to give you that, yes. He had no idea what was causing his nagging toothache until this X-ray revealed that he'd shot himself with a nail gun 3 days previously and not noticed.
Cool, well, thanks for that.
So what did he do to... I don't know, busy. What did he do to help the swelling?
Chop his toe off.
No, he ate ice cream. Classic American solution there. Worst millionaire. We've removed from this picture the beneficiary of Patricia O'Neill's £53 million will. Who is it?
It's some sort of animal. It's a giraffe or raccoon or dog or horse.
Kangaroo. Is it a roo?
No.
It's a thought bubble. It's an idea.
The money went to her pet chimp, who was called Carlu. Patricia's husband, Aussie swimmer Frank O'Neill, once came back home to find Carlu smoking one of his cigarettes and drinking a can of beer. Just as well he didn't arrive home a couple of minutes earlier. And at the end of that round, let's take a look at the final scores. This week's winners are Johnny and Mel, but this week's worst team is David and Fern. So our thanks then to Johnny and Mel, David and Fern, and there's just time for a final look at this. The world's worst golf tournament, the Builders' Challenge. You've been watching Best of the Worst. Good night.
Torn between two lovers, Jennifer Aniston and Cameron Diaz. She's the one. The E4 movie starting shortly. They're on 4. Meet Starlet Church next.